Big shout out to I Am Man, Alicia back, Alicia 1, and Good Boy 360 for the most recent follows. Again, welcome everyone to the Gears Cup Series. Only on Casa de la Horseboat, getting set for 150 laps in the conclusion of the regular season. Again, that is all coming up next. Only here on Casa de la Horseboat. Correction, 100 laps. Get my head out of my ass, Tom. Jesus. Big shout out to Corey Tesner. Thank you for the follow.
This Friday night, the Gears Cup Series rolls into the Irish Hills at Michigan International Speedway for the regular season finale. This is the last chance for drivers below the cut line to claim a playoff spot before it is game over. Catch the action on Twitch with host Tom Torre and the pre-race show starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time.
Are you ready? I think we are for the Skoal 200 at Michigan International Speedway, the regular season finale for the Gears Cup Series right here on Twitch.tv. Again, I am your host, Tom Torre, a.k.a. The Horseboat, bringing you all the action for tonight's race. I hope you're having a wonderful evening as we are leaning into 100 laps at Michigan. I am more than happy to take part in this one. Again, I am Tom Torre, a.k.a. The Horseboat, getting ready as we are reaching the season finale of the regular season, 1 week away before the playoffs begin. And let's get right down to business, shall we? So tonight, we're going to start right away with the points. The points. Everybody wants to see the points, right? Take a look there. I'm not going to go through that because I can barely see with my sunglasses on. But Brad Gutierrez up near the top as we enter tonight's race. Get us some music here. Got to set the tone. Again, a lot of intensity here tonight. A lot of stuff unpacked. Took a week off and came back at it, but we are here and we are ready to go. Next week is going to be Nashville, and we'll get into the schedule in just a second as we are just moments away from qualifying. So with the points being said, here is your playoff picture at the moment. All those dudes in the white area, in the purgatory of gears. You see Travis Strojny, Skylar Comstock, Kyle Munson, Alex Tilley, who is not here tonight, Jonathan Militia, and Keaton Salyers all on that proverbial bubble, and just sitting outside of it is Jonathan Militia. But wait, there's more. These drivers tonight can get in with a win. You see there the 3 of Aiden Lund, 6 of Blake Schneider, the 12 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., the 17 of Nathan Williams, 24 of Nathan Fuller, the 25 of Christopher Plaglese, the 42 of Jeremy Beal, the 43 of Tyler Curley, the 44 of Tyler Steiner, the 51 of Floyd Stewart, the 53 of Jimmy Ensley, the 66 of Ryan Robertson, and the 86 of Tyler Wooten. Again, 13 drivers that tonight, because of statistically they're not in on points, but they could get in on a win. And that is pretty fucking cool. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, getting ready to rock and to roll with you tonight as we head into the playoffs. Again, tonight, as you can see there, August 30th, you have Michigan International Speedway for the Skoal 200. And then the Napa O'Reilly Advanced AutoZone 35 at the Daytona Road Course 2 weeks from tonight. And 3 weeks out, Talladega Super Speedway, blah, 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 blah. The Yellowwood 250. I'm excited. Again, at the end there, you got Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Night Race Gears presents the finale 2024. Chase Johnson, thank you for the follow for that. Let's Go Gear Series. Excited to watch you guys this evening here from the I-85 series. Again, Chase Johnson, a very good driver over there. Happy to see you here. Glad you clicked on the link to check it out. Again, we are just moments away from getting out there for qualifying. Again, take your pick tonight. If you are somebody who knows the Gears Cup Series and knows it well, get your pick. Tyler Curley, I can tell you, has made a return. Jake Hall is here tonight. A lot of names that if they win, they get in. And again, we'll show that slide here throughout the night to let you guys know who is where and who is what. Ryan Robertson, let's go. Country Horseboat is the channel to be. I appreciate that, y'all. Again, I am excited to be a part of this. Stole my son's Pit Viper glasses to make this happen. Nevertheless, we have a lot to unfold tonight. Again, we took a week off there, Pocono. Some we're just going to flip the script and turn the page on. We've changed some things around to make it a brighter atmosphere as we, well, I guess I would like to put it. Mandatory apparel for I-85. Now you need it. Factor Mike says, loving the glasses. You are welcome, darling. Got my San Jose Sharks jersey again. Mourning the loss of an NHL star player here tonight. You are a hockey fan. You know who that is. We're not going to get into names here. But it is a sad, sad story. Again, Skoal 200 here set to get underway here shortly. Race 24 of 33. We are getting down there, folks. It is the time to get it on. To make you feel important. Again, we have a lot of drama here to follow, or excuse me, a lot of storylines to follow. I shouldn't say drama. That's kind of a bitch move, if you ask me. But let's get ready to go down trackside here. I can take my glasses off for the moment. Put my real ones on. As they get set for qualifying, as we are near a full field, I would imagine. Let's take a ride around with the 32 of Jacob Malone. Turn it up. Here we go. Jacob Malone, Tampa, Florida native, young driver. We do have a few of those in our league, and they're very talented. We welcome that. Dr. Mike says, looks like 34 drivers tonight. That's a good-sized field for tonight. I like that. I like that. Again, tonight I'm going to have special guests in the booth. He's very special and near and dear to the heart of Gears. Mike DeWalt will be joining us here tonight in a little bit. Get his perspective on things. Getting prepped for 100 laps at Michigan. I've been looking forward to this race all year. I can't believe that we're knocking on the doorsteps. Knocking on the footsteps of the playoffs. Again, Jacob Malone's first lap goes down underneath the white line. He will get... Looks like he's on second, or on the front row right now in second with a 38.95. Let's see what his second lap is like. Kendorian Davis on the pole for this one. Again, if any of you know what happened Monday night in the Sprocket Series, Kendorian Davis was a dominant force. And a memorable finish, which I think will be remembered for a long, long time. Jacob Malone coming across now the finish line. Looks like on the pole right now with a 38.63. Only closest you can get is Yahir Rodriguez with the 38.72 so far. Looks like he's going to slow down. See if Jake Hall has one more in him. And it does not look like that's me. On board now here with Jimmy Ensley. It looks like he's going to slow down and stop, which is amazing. Let's see what Kyle Muntz can do if he's got anything in it. 38.98. Looks like he's on lap number 2, I believe. I presume. Don't quote me on that because I don't know shit, apparently. And apologize to anyone that's got young ears, knocking on the footsteps. Yep, that's it. I can't talk anymore. Kyle Munson now up to 9th with a 38.79, looking beautiful, qualifying inside the top 10. Again, hopefully you're having a great Friday evening on Labor Day weekend. Getting in your screen right now is Kyle Munson. Matthew Weeks going around for a second time. It looks like 38.78, knocking Kyle Munson out of the top 10. Going to put himself there. Matthew Weeks now back in the 11 car. Was the 56, 53, something like that a few weeks ago. But as the great driver he has moved onward and upward, claiming the 11. Coming out of 3 and 4 on to the front stretch. Crosses the finish line. Is he going to improve that lap? And he does. 38.69 moves him up in the 5th. But Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans looks like on your front row. Perrin Huggins, Jacob Malone, Matthew Weeks, Yahir Rodriguez, Trey Holmes, Brandon Meyer, Travis Stroney, and Connor Rowe. Yeah, it looks like we'll have 34, 35. No, 34 definitely. Looks like they're going to take 3 minutes and warm up, so I would advise to everyone to grab a snack, grab something to drink. Again, we have no stages. And let me set the stage for you tonight. Again, as we go into Michigan, this will be a 100-lap race. They're going to have 5 tire sets. So the set they came in on went 4 extras. Max fuel capacity of 70. Cautions are on for iRacing. Weather is auto-generated with a race time of roughly noon. And the fixed setup of Michigan _2018. Now the track rules, initial start is going to be on the green lights, and then the in-sim restart zone rule is on. And we expect the leader to launch for restarts within the Geico restart zone on the front straight away. Again, a lot of changes taking place this week, putting more on the driver to be a better driver. Again, I think in the last couple of weeks we've had to really, something we got to improve on is working together, and I think they're going to do that here tonight. Wednesday's practice was pretty dope, as was last week. So everything looks good. We are about set and ready to rock and roll for the Gears Cup Series. Again, before we get started, I will show, in case you were not here, a win and they're in. Again, they don't qualify to make it in on points alone, but a win would boost them in to the playoffs. Aiden Lund, Blake Schneider, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Nate Williams, Nathan Fuller, Christopher Pugliese, Jeremy Beal, Tyler Curley, Tyler Steiner, Floyd Stewart, Jimmy Ensley, Ryan Robertson, and Tyler Wu-Tang Wooten in the 86. Some of these guys talking in the chat this week, they do feel confident about their chances, and we'll go back one more time just so you can see the playoff picture post Pocono. Almost said Rocono. I don't know why. But there we are. Again, if it's green, that means they're in, and it ain't no thing. They have locked it in. Van Drugman, Perrin Huggins, Brad Gutierrez, Brandon Meyer, Matt Albert, Jake Hall, Connor Rowe, Josh Cole, Mike DeWalt, and Justin Shue. The 21 of Travis Strode, Skylar Comstock, Kyle Munson, Alex Tilley, Jonathan Evans, Keaton Salyers, all still on the bubble. Again, tonight, take your pick on who's going to win tonight's race. Winner chosen, and if you are not a driver, will receive a Horseboat prize pack, courtesy of Horseboat. Going to get a nice, sweet, vintage die-cast car in primo condition. A couple of Milwaukee Tool T-shirts. And a couple of stickers with the Gears logo. Gears Cup Series, or Gears Racing League, I should say, coaster. And a Horseboat sticker, just for hanging out in the stream. Again, take your pick. Jay Traceman says, Racing says, Flagman. All right, Jake. I hear you. As these guys get ready to grid, we're going to do a quick grid walk as soon as we can. So let's wait for these guys to get ready. Maverick XX with a follow, bringing us up to 441. Hell yeah, thank you so much for following the channel. Again, we are on the road to 500 followers. I never thought I'd get up to 200. So everything past this point has been amazing, and appreciate the sport and appreciate following sim racing. Again, September 16th, I'll be joining the Donut Box Cup Series on Monday nights while still doing the Gears Cup Series on Friday night. So I'm excited to be broadcasting a little bit more and to bringing you sim racing action. It is a passion of mine, and I hope that you all enjoy it too. Again, grid walk coming up here in just a moment. All right, without further ado, let's go down this list before they start moving on me. Van Drugman, an unstoppable force in this league, looking to cap it off with the win, and on the front row here tonight. On the outside of him is going to be Jonathan Evans in the 26-18 Racing Media Machine. In the zone is Mr. Perrin Huggins in the 8, looking to continue his dominance, and welcome back. The 32 of Jacob Malone, newbie in this league, but not new to racing, starting in row number 2. Row number 3, we have Matthew Weeks and Yahir Rodriguez. In row 4, we have the 88 of Trey Holmes and the 33 of Brandon Meyer. In row 5, we have the 21 of Travis Stroney. And outside him is going to be the 5 of Connor Rowe. In row 6, we're going to have the 40 of Kyle Munson and the 19, the 2022 Gears Cup Series champion, Keaton Salyers. In row 7, we have the 69 of Jonathan Militia and the 98 of Jake Hall. Josh Cole started from the pits in the number 22 machine, and Brad Gutierrez. Outside of them, Kendorian Davis and Joseph Enright. Looks like we're there in row number 9 with Blake Schneider. Row 10, we're going to have Jeff Gilmore, and the outside of him is going to be Caden Dietrich. Row number 11 is going to be Ryan Robertson. The outside, the 773 GTA machine, Tyrone Reed. In row 12, we have the 935 of Dustin Wells and the 999 of Justin Shoup. Stephen Gurley Jr. and Jimmy Ensley are row 13. Row 14 is going to be Floyd Stewart and the 25 of Christopher Pugliese. In row 15, we have the 42 of Jeremy Beal and the 24 of Nathan Fuller, and the 28 of Skylar Comstock and the 48 of Matt Albers starting in row 16. And it looks like Josh Cole and J.J. Moore both starting from the pits. Again, Mike DeWalt will join us here shortly to give us some insight. He is in race control, so he's got to remain a little bit focused. But again, we'll be in the booth at some point this evening. Again, take your pick on who's going to win tonight's race. My thoughts here tonight, and I believe it, and I believe that they can do it, is going to be, and you guys are going to call me crazy, but my homie in the 69, Jonathan Militia, I think he could put a race together here in the Cup Series tonight and bring it home. But the 45 is going to be a tough car to beat. Again, they already have 4 wins on the season. Has made quick work of here. Again, 5 wins, excuse me, pardon me. Holy cow. Chase Johnson, we appreciate everything you do. Horse Boat you to go. Thank you. Hell yeah, appreciate that. And it looks like we are just about ready to get set for green flag racing for the Skoal 200 again. Race 24 of 33. It is crunch time. It is crunch time here for the Gears Cup Series. If you win tonight, if you're one of the 13, the lucky 13 to make it, man, would that boost your confidence. Again, I expect nothing short but great green flag racing and some good laps. Looks like they are extending it out. Maverick, thank you. Again, found you through I-85. Oh, thank you. That is awesome. Big shout out to the I-85 Racing Series again. I've been doing some stuff with them lately with the Xfinity Series every other Saturday night. Did a truck series last night. Or the night before, excuse me. It's Friday now. My days are all mixed up. But having fun with them and enjoying the ride. Again, this initial start will be on the flagman. The rest will be in the Geico restart zone. The pace car is off, and we are set and ready to rock here for the Skoal 200 at Michigan International Speedway for the Gears Cup Series. Some cars bouncing off that outside wall, maybe. Perrin Huggins leading that inside line right now. Van Drugman leading the charge. Back here, a big old battle here. Side by side out of 3 and 4. Van Drugman is going to lead lap number 1. Brad Gutierrez in that 8400cars.com machine, taking it 3 and 4 wide, trying to stuff the mid. Pure chaos right now, but a lot of good give and take here, I would say, by the drivers. Some drivers backing out, as you see, going to the end of the field. Oh, we got somebody balls deep, and it looks like Tyrone Reed. Let's find out what happened to the 773. Oh, and it looks like the 77 of Jeff Gilmore giving it to Tyrone Reed. And it looks like that's going to bring out caution number 1 of the night. Let's back that ass up and see what we can find here on the Gears Instant Replay. Oh my God, these cars going backwards. It's so amazing. Okay, here we go. Oh, and what do you say? Huh. I'm a little confused. Let's ride on board with Jeff Gilmore. I just think he didn't see him. Tyrone had nowhere to go, and that just royally screwed him. And that's too bad. Tyrone out here just running his race right now. And you get hit, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. That is too bad. Caution number 1 here, a couple laps into this one. It's early, but I think we'll be able to survive it. Bringing in now the man who's up in the booth, but on the track in our hearts, the number 9, Mike DeWalt. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you'll speak when I'm speaking to you here. He might be speaking to the drivers at one moment, but we'll get him in here just a second. I just saw him pop in. So welcome to the channel. Please pipe up whenever you are able.
You got me?
There we go. There we go. Mike, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Hanging out here. An unfortunate incident here early, causing an early night for the 773, it looks like.
Yeah, unfortunate to see on lap 2, I think it was, but you know, it happens. Hopefully we can kind of get the early race jitters out and try to go green here.
Yeah, definitely important for this one. Again, this is what we consider the regular season finale, getting set for Nashville next week. Playoff positions are scarce at this point. There's about 6 or 7 still up for grabs, but most of those guys could be locked in tonight. Again, a win, and they're in for the lucky 13 that we mentioned here earlier in the show. And as they're under caution here, I will bring that in just one more time, and I'll probably bring it back a few more times as we go over the course of this evening. If they win tonight, if their lucky number is called, they are in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are in. And Mike, I don't know if you could speak for a second here. In that list of that 13, who do you think is most capable of doing it?
Well, it's going to depend if he's there at the end, but I think the 24 car, who is in a really awesome car today, the Nicorette 24 car, he's got to win, and I think he's going to take a different approach than normal to try to do that, and I know he's fast enough.
Definitely capable. But it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It depends on which Fuller you're going to get. Talented racer. Talented as anybody in this series that's worth a damn. Van Drugman and Jacob Malone lead us off with Drugman in control of the Geico restart zone. 2 Camrys, and we are off for the Skoal 200 yet again. letting that outside line be known. He's a fast driver. Kicked my ass in football today. Guy is a beast, but, you know, it was Alabama versus Oregon State. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together for that one. Van Drugman, Perrin Huggins, Jacob Malone, Jonathan Evans, and Yahir Rodriguez. Your top 5 currently, and we have, Caden Dietrich. Matthew Weeks with Trey Holmes getting in the middle of it. Travis Stroney putting that red, white, and blue 213 Simware machine where it belongs. Trying to gain some ground again. He is a Michigan native. Going around in 12th right now, trying to crack that top 10. Mo Gator followed this minute, bringing us up to 442 followers. Holy shit, boys and girls. Got a hot battle here just outside the top 10. Let's look back further through the field. You got Floyd Stewart, who called his shot in the Discord. Thinks he can win it with the big dogs. Trying to bring Horseboat Motorsports a win here in the Gears Cup Series. It would be our first. He's our only hope. Again, everybody starting to single file out here, but then you see this rumpus room of action near the front. Perrin Huggins and Yahir Rodriguez battling for second. Van Drugman with that turquoise-ass moneyline car. Looks like he belongs in New Mexico.
Tom, I'm getting a report. The 69 of Jonathan Militia has lost power. And I'm talking internet power.
God. He was my pick tonight. Of course he would do that. I say, quote unquote, he lost power.
Fittingly enough, a few laps ago, the 19 was real slow off down the backstretch. Lost all of his track position. Those two guys are the last guys into the playoffs right now. So they need, they don't want to see a new winner, that's for sure.
New winner would bump him out. Still on the outside looking in. That might as well, with his internet issues tonight, worse than mine, which is wild. He could be eliminated here very quickly. Brandon Myers slapping the wall like his stepbrother took his cookie. All over the back end of Nathan Fuller in that Nicorette DuPont green scheme machine. Good smoking cigarettes. I don't recommend Nicorette. Can I say that? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can say that. It's a really cool paint scheme.
It is a cool paint scheme. I'll give him that. Stephen Gurley getting squirrely, going down to the bottom. The outside of Kendorian Davis. Oh, and they bang! Oh, man, and the Jesus, he gets a 67 going around on the backstretch. Jesus took the wheel and saved his ass. Let's back that ass up with the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Here we go. Everything's beautiful. Everything's bright. Going around that corner, keeping it light. And that looks like Jimmy Inslee. That was Jimmy Inslee. They were just banging doors. Well, that's 9:35. I got it way wrong. Dustin the Weapon Wells. When keeping it real goes wrong. Yep, tries to move up, takes Kendorian Davis out. That is a bummer for the 935. Anyway.
I'll also say this, Tom. We had a random generator a couple weeks ago for a $5 raffle of a random driver in our race. I don't remember what race it was, but we had a random generator because we have 3-digit numbers in this league. And so we went from 1 to 999. And, you know, just for the hell of it, we did a random generator. And guess what number it picked? It picked 935, which is Dustin Wells' number.
It was wild. Chase Johnson
Very rare.
Hit me with an ad and then a caution came out. That's some Fox shit. Guess I got a sub now. Hey, if you got a Prime sub, if you got Prime, you hit that sub button. That'll get you ad-free viewing. Again, we try to get a little bit, but it's the minimum, the bare minimum. But I know how frustrating that could be. But I digress. Gears Cup Series. Michigan International Speedway got some green flag laps there. Looked good for a while. Militia 43 says, damn it, man, I lost power. You were my pick to win. You let me down yet again with your bullshit. Again, next week. Oh, Militia resubscribed for 6 months at Tier 1. They've been subscribed for a whole year. Give my homie Militia some love. He really does fund my ass for this stuff. So I appreciate that, brother. You are the man. We had some gifted subs a couple weeks ago. That was awesome. Well, Militia gave out a community sub right now. His internet's out, but not his giving heart. Gonna take a drink just for you.
Show us, Tom.
Oh, you want me to show you? Oh, I can't. I can't. Check it out. You don't even have to miss the race to do it. Word up for you guys for subbing along. The more subs you do, the more shots I do. Maybe I'll do it right on camera. We'll just do that. I'll just say that. I don't care. If I throw up, I'll throw up on camera. Let's do it. Yes, you do. You need a driver that's already won to win or to win again. Yes, so people can point in. And I'll just show you the people in white currently in that white area. They're in on points alone. They could lock in here tonight. They would if it stays the same. It's going to change, I would imagine. But let's get back to it. Sorry to keep you waiting. But here we go. Back at it once again. Back to green flag action. Van Drugman leading us off yet again. Oh, no. Just lane in the back here. I don't know if that was before the start-finish line or not, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Around the corner they go. Everybody seems to be okay right now as they're stacked up mid-pack. Trey Holmes trying to establish himself in that purple Exalta machine. Floyd Stewart going to the bottom. 3 wide with Jeff Gilmore, Jacob Malone, and Floyd Stewart. Here mid-pack, you're looking at the battle here from about 10th all the way back to about 16th. And this is where the action is, but let's focus our attention up front as a New York Giants themed machine with the bent nose taking the lead away from Van Drugman. That is the 07 of Joseph Enright. Drugman back to the inside. 3 wide for 3rd or 4th, 5th, and 6th. Right along on board with Brad Gutierrez. getting some love from the I-85 League. Love that. Love the support that fellow drivers. That's dope. Again, I'm fixated with this mid-pack battle right now. From the 88 and that purple machine all the way back. This is dicey with fast drivers. Again, some guys pitted, some others did not. They're going to come into play here if we have a longer green flag run. Mike, I don't know if you can give us an in-race report. Has the comps been pretty steady?
Been pretty quiet. Everyone's kind of focused on running their race, and obviously you can see it in a lot of action. So I don't think they have time to talk right now.
That's awesome, and the intensity, you can feel it. I think some people know it's time to get back to work. It's time to get back to business. The time for screwing around is over. Again, if you are in contention, you're not playing around anymore. Maynard rocking with the horsepower. Hell yeah. I appreciate the love, you guys. Oh, that 11 you see cut back to the inside of that 42 bunny machine of Jeremy Beal, trying to hump his way to the top, but is sticking back there right now in 15th. Let's ride on board with Jeremy Beal. Trey Holmes backing that ass up in that purple 88. That is a sharp machine, Mike. I don't know if you've seen it, but
oh, yeah.
It's hot. It's hot.
Oh yeah, that's one of the better looking cars. And football is right around the corner. We have a New York Giants car out here, but what's more impressive is the guy that's out here, P2 in that Giants car, Joseph Enright. You don't see him here at the front very often, so this is a good run for him.
We don't. He started 18th and now up into second, but the biggest mover of the night, I think, is going to come as no surprise. The 28 of Skylar Comstock, another integral part of Team RGR. In that natural light pink and tan tin can racing machine. Again, we almost had a contention for 5th between 3 RGR drivers. Wouldn't that have been something? Let's take a look at this second group being led by the 98 of Jake Hall. Stroney to the inside, looking to take 14th, and he will do so with ease as he puts in the tip just to see how it feels and comes out leading that group. But you can see with Trey Holmes, Ryan Robertson, Jeff Gilmore, and Jonathan Davis, all those drivers. Oh, the 19 almost makes contact with the 67. Should have taken him out to dinner first.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, all over the track. He's buck wild, buck naked.
Getting a little testy out there.
Oh, Enright hitting the wall. Just testing his boundaries, I would imagine. Just like he did with his parents. Van Drugman out to a good-sized lead, and this is going to give us an opportunity to give you tonight's first Here's Loose and Loud of the night, and one of the last of the regular season. Let's get it on. Here's Loose and Loud. Let's do it. it, boys and girls. Connor just ate it while we were riding on his dash cam. Let's back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Let's see what happened to Joseph Enright. We saw him swaying back and forth and then giving the look into the wall. And that took out Perrin Huggins and Connor Roy. I think Connor might survive it. Almost getting eaten by Trey Holmes. And Maynard, that usually happens with the onboards with us. I don't know what it is, but it's an unintended attraction piece for some of these guys, and I feel so bad for them. Yeah, him and Caden Dietrich banged doors. He got loose. And now Perrin Huggins gone from this one. Wow. I'm inviting parents to the booth, Mike, in case he wants to hang out with us after he cools off. But that is unfortunate.
Yeah, terrible for him.
Terrible for him. Oh, Drugman had to back up into his pit stall, overshot it as we just caught it. Dietrich coming out. Is he going to beat up the line? Yes, he will. There he goes. There goes your hero. Watch him as he goes. What happened? What do you mean what happened? And right, I'm going to back it up for you since you don't have eyeballs. We'll back it up for you. Yeah, you did miss it. You should really get your power back on. All right, here we go. And action. Going into turn 3 and 4. Inside. And him bang doors. He gets a little loosey-goosey into the wall, eating the 5 and the 8. And there you have it. There's your Gears Cup Series instant replay. Min Hang responding to me in the chat. Hopefully you're having a good one, bro. You are welcome. Appreciate the subs and the love and the support as we are going to get back to Green Flag Racing. Caden Dietrich and Brad Gutierrez on your front row. The 024 is going to have control here on the start. Good thing, you know, the saving grace for Perrin is that he's already locked into the playoffs, so it's not that big of a deal. Doesn't piss you off. Absolutely, it would make me irate to get him knocked out like that again. Almost like Tyrone Reed's case where he just collateral damage. He was wrong place, wrong time. You know, that's what happens sometimes when you race in the back. Like sometimes when I do iRacing officials or league racing, I'm like, I'll start in the back. I'll be okay. But that's where some of the trouble kind of lingers and happens, and you got to pick the track and obviously the roster you're with and kind of gauge if you know them well enough to want to do that, or just qualify and hope for the best. Again, racing, you got to drive around each other. You got to be around people. That's just how it is. I think if everybody raced by themselves, they'd be pretty damn fast, but you have to learn to race within a group. Car awareness, a key factor into being great. Goes off. Kate Dietrich from 024. Control in the Geico restart zone as we're going to get back at it for the Skoal 200 here on Casa de la Horseball. Malone out front. Right now. Coming on to 4, he's going to lead it. And blocking galore between the 024 and the 84. Hopefully they'll calm their tensions there. Dietrich back now to the inside and clearing position for the lead. And the 26 drifting around that corner. Gonna lose a shit ton of positions. But Jonathan Evans is able to save that car. Ooh, bumping and banging Malone to the inside. Such aggressive driving, and we're not even 50 laps into the contest. Somebody DoorDash me a Baconator. Battle here between Malone, Gutierrez, and Dietrich. Van Drugman waiting in the wings, but that man has a little bit to be worried about with the hometown kid, Travis Stroney, in 5th right now. Mike, I don't know if you can speak to this or not, but it looks like they're just putting it anywhere they want on the track.
Yeah, it's getting a little wild out here. It's definitely exciting to watch, but yes, it's unsustainable. Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen. And Brandon Meyer inside that 33 car. I can't tell you how pumped he was to get that number back. He was stoked. And a lot of people, you wonder about who's who. It's our guy, number 19, the 2022 Gears Cup Series champion, Keaton Salyers, Kingsport, Tennessee native, rounding out your top 10 right now. With that wonderful and beautiful Miami Heat logo. Battle here for position. Dietrich getting loose and loud himself, and he's able to save it.
What a save. Oh, maybe not yet.
Maybe not out of the woods. Everybody's checking up around him.
Good save.
Everybody, and that is a tip of the cap. 024 and the rest of the field right there. What's going to make it interesting now is there's 4 wide. For a brief moment in time, Matthew Weeks making it 3 wide as well, as we've got 2 rows of 3 wide action mid-pack.
That's a wad.
Did you say a wad?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. A wad. A gaggle of cars. Up near the front, Brad Gutierrez on challenging the 32 of Jacob Malone for the lead. Travis Stroney now has moved up in the 4th. Van Drugman lurking. Gutierrez, Van Drugman, Jacob Malone, Travis Stroney, and Skylar Comstock, your top 5. With Yahir Rodriguez, Brandon Meyer, Jonathan Evans, Keaton Salyers, and Trey Holmes rounding out your top 10.
This is what I love about this track being the regular season finale. Still got 30 guys out here that can win it.
Absolutely. It's anybody's ball game still. 3 wide here for 6th position. Comstock, Brandon Meyer, and Jonathan Evans. Comstock is going to prevail for the moment, but I think cooler heads prevailed overall. Again, as Mike mentioned, a lot of that hard racing they were doing is eating at their tires, obviously. And with doing that, you might have to come pit road sooner if you're dog water duty. You got to conserve your tires here, and almost like a super speedway, you got to draft, man. Because it looks like we have ourselves a solid run here so far. Let's look back even further. Kyle Munson now, we're going to ride on board with him. Cruising around in 17th position.
Kyle just kind of hanging out like he normally does.
We need a sponsorship on that car. I'm thinking B things that
Oh yeah, color combo and everything.
color. I mean, you know.
3 right for second.
Moving back up, Van Drugman now in the lead, and there was a menage a trois for second, but Travis Stroney now just following right behind Van Drugman. Hollig 88 goes Steven Jr. Let's give him some love. He is up at 11th right now.
Golf claps.
Golf claps. Not the weird one. All over the back bumper of Trey Holmes. I don't know, man. I used to be, when I was younger, I wasn't as big of a fan of purple. But if it's done right, like that 88 one is, it's a lot of fun.
It's a beautiful color. I'm glad he broke that out tonight.
Again, there is a lot at stake. Again, 13 drivers that can win and get in.
Contact for the lead.
Mike DeWalt giving us the play-by-play. Stroney is your leader, the 21, leading here at Michigan. Doing what he does best, which is race at Michigan. The guy said, you know, I was talking with him earlier in the week. He felt really good coming into this race. A lot of people feel confident because it's Michigan. Anybody can race Michigan in these Cup cars. And we have a caution. See what the hell that's all about. Maybe, Mike, if you can give me some context here. Do you know what happened here?
I believe the 024 had an issue, if you want to replay that.
All right, let's do that. Let's back that ass up. And getting down and dirty with Dustin Wells. He's blocking him lane for lane. Wells to the inside. He starts to get loose out of 1 and 2, and then out of 2, and then Gilmore finishes the job. Oh, into 024. Dave Dietrich, that looks like that's going to end his night. That was no bueno. Let's see. Let's ride along with the 77 and see what the hell happened. Tried to lift. I mean, you do what you can. He was already breaking loose. Gilmore put him to bed.
Yeah, it kind of looked like the 935 got into the 024, got him loose, and then he was just trying to hold on to it, try to save it, and then the 77 just was there.
Can't hate on that. Dietrich had a fast car. As you can see, just getting loose. Again, next week for the Gears Cup Series, opening round of the playoffs. Again, race 1 of 3 of round number 1. Be it Nashville Super Speedway. Same bat time, same bat channel. Right here on Casa de la Horseboat. Again, I know, Mike, you've been kind of around. You've seen between multiple series competitive racing. I think with Gears, you look at it as we're kind of going back on the upswing here. These guys have put up together a good green flag run. That was just unfortunate, somebody getting loose. But far and away, a big step up from what they've been doing as of late.
Yeah, this is a lot better than Pocono a couple weeks ago, I'll tell you that. Right now, definitely had some really exciting racing so far. We're not even halfway yet, and we're acting like it's 20 to go. But it's been fun to watch, for sure.
I mean, if anything, it's entertaining nonetheless. But at the end of the day, you know, this is important. Travis Stroney here, right in the thick of things, can lock it in with a good finish here tonight. Again, we'll bring it back here before we go back to Green Flag Racing. The playoff picture, currently sitting there in 11th spot. Could lock in just with the top 5 probably tonight. But again, some stragglers are out there. Again, I will throw this out here one more time so people can see it again, Mike. I'm trying to keep people up to date. Who could be in with a win. Again, there is your list. That is the 13 drivers that could get in with a win tonight. They are eligible that way. Again, they can't get in on points. That's basically the only way they're getting in here tonight. But I digress. We're going to get back to green flag action. Travis Stroney and the weapon, Jeff Gilmore. They call him the Nuke. Not sure why. Joking, of course. Travis Stroney has control. Geico restart zone. And we are set to get back at it. Green flag action here for the Skoal 200. Lap 46 of 100. Nearing the halfway point of this race. And finishing off a wild regular season in the Gears Cup Series. See a huge battle here. Matt Albert in the thick of it in the Tide Ride 48 machine behind Jeff Gilmore. You see Brandon Meyer dip to the outside, the 48 to the inside, making it 3 wide to the 88, 77 to 48. Look at this spread out action. Like an eagle's wings, far and wide, all lanes of the track, taken up by cars that are driving fast into the lift. Travis Stroney, Jacob Malone, and Van Drugman, 1, 2, and 3. Toyota Camry family. Got Skylar Comstock there in 4th, and Trey Holmes rounding out the top 5 there in the 88. For me, if I had a preference, Mike, with the note replacement, I love it. Right on the door, not near the front left corner.
Oh, yeah.
Looks not. Malone now taking the lead away. Looking back along the backstretch here. Is dropping like a hot rock. Cracking the top 10 yet again. And 3 wide up in front of him for 7th between Keaton Salyers, Brad Gutierrez. And that Nicorette flaming green machine.
He's starting to lurk.
He is starting to lurk. Being around the fur. Through the turn, Nate Fuller trying to keep his playoff hopes alive in that 24 machine. As I mentioned, for like a fuzzy peach, I hear Rodriguez all over the field with his teammate Brad Gutierrez, which brings him around Fuller inside of the top 10 and 9, and then he goes to the inside of his teammate for raising, but that's okay, side by side out of 2. Oh, Jesus, behind us we have a lot of action, and it looks like that is Josh Cole, question mark? is started from pit lane on the Mountain Dew Pitch Black machine and is running now inside the top 20. He drives fast and eats ass. I'm not sure that's appropriate. To the inside now of Ken Dory and Davis. Making a move on Jeff Gilmore as well. He does have the car at the moment. Big shout out. Looks like Connor Rowe was able to get his car fixed. Number 5. Changed up his scheme.
We got 24 out of control on the front stretch. He's going to save it. No, he's not.
Oh, no. Jesus. Wow. Caution, we do. Let's back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series. It's a replay. Again, we were just talking about him moments ago. Looks like the 88 or 44 fellow flaming cars.
Nobody hit him, Tom. That was unbelievable. Watch this.
But that was intense, man. Right on board. It was a cool. I notice a lot of these cars, they do get loose, man, but loose is fast. And then another touch. Fuller was able to save it. Big hats off to him. Big hats off to the rest of the field behind him. And you see how fast that was for the cars to react and go around him. He could have easily just demolished.
Still got a shot at this.
Still alive with his eyes on the prize. As we slow it down here so you guys can experience what it is. And again, these guys are going at 180, 190 miles an hour, trying to avoid him in the middle of the front stretch. Big hats off to the 24 and again to the rest of the field for keeping their wits amongst them. It's not easy to do.
That was a big moment, man. That could have been bad for a lot of people.
For real. Again, we're about halfway home in this one. Hopefully you guys are having a good time watching this race. We've only had about 4 cautions in this one. Much better than Pocono. I don't know what happened to my SDK, but we'll bring it back. It'll be okay. But again, Van Trugman, Skylar Comstock, Jonathan Evans, Keaton Salyers, Yahir Rodriguez in your top 5 with Trey Holmes, Brandon Meyer, Matthew Weeks, Justin Shoup, and Jake Hall. Again, Comstock started 32nd, is all the way up into 2nd now. I don't know if that's strategy or however you want to play it, but big hats off to the 2018. Chase Johnson says, good race, good broadcast. Thank you very much. Again, I try not to acknowledge every little thing, but I do appreciate y'all do it. You know, again, I don't know. A lot of people don't know the backstory of why I do this. I know Mike does. But I do love doing this. It's a passion of mine. I'm very grateful for the platform that the Gears Racing League offers me to be able to offer you content and to grow the horse boat brand as a whole. Again, we're now kind of crossing streams here. with Donut Box and then with I-85 with Gears. Gears makes everything great and makes everything better, and I will die on that hill. Van Drugman and Skylar Comstock is going to lead us off on the front row here with Keaton Salyers and Jonathan Evans. Yahir Rodriguez and Trey Holmes, Brandon Meyer and Matthew Weeks with Jake Hall and Justin Shoup. Big shout out to the 999 machine of Justin Shoup into the top 10 again. He is locked in for the playoffs this year, but tonight is one of the first nights in a while he can focus on just racing. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to the viewers at home. People lurking and twerking. 45 minute control. He starts something to get back at it. Toyota, Team Toyota, been on top of the rankings tonight. We have dropped the green flag and 45 with a solid jump. Everybody else chasing him down. Again, 56 laps of 100 completed so far. Over halfway home. Still a lot of time left for these drivers to make a play. Drugman with 5 wins on the year. Oh, Rodriguez and Holmes almost touching doors. Common denominator here tonight. Not so much people taking each other out of the corners as them banging doors coming off of the corner.
Oh, Jeremy Beal.
Wow,
Jeremy Beal is the
Beal
round.
going for a ride.
He saved
Going
it.
Beal fast, and he saved it. Let's back that ass up for a quick moment. Mike, keep us informed if anything else crazy happens. We'll give you guys a quick replay. Again, a little loose out of that turn. Rowas himself, Brad Gutierrez almost sent him packing, but the 42 with great hand-eye coordination. Don't know how he was able to save his 42 machine. And it looks like these guys are just sending it to the corners here. With Drugman, Comstock, Holmes, Salyers, and Meyer in your top 5, and we have more action behind us. Blake Schneider going for a ride. Well, I don't know what happened to him. He's gone now. I don't even know what the hell happened there, but something happened. Side by side for the lead, Jonathan Evans, your new leader at the moment. But Trey Holmes making it 3 wide.
Slide up.
Position for the moment, but sliding up and getting back. Retaining the lead is the 45. This is nuts. Oh, little wiggle from the 45. The board game who done it.
Munson just bodied somebody in the corner. Shoup's not going to be happy about that. Admin on admin action.
You love to see it. So on the replay, a little bit.
Oh, and the 88 slid up into the 45 for the lead. We have an absolute gridlock at the front.
It is a menage a trois of hot action up near the front. Salyers now your leader.
Good to hear that.
Again, if you're not familiar with this league, if you've been living under a goddamn rock, he is our 2022 Gears Cup Series champion. But how the league has grown and how has it changed, and he's still up near the top, banging doors with the 45. Banging doors again on a 2.
They're trading paint tonight.
Skylar Comstock and Jonathan Evans. Jonathan Evans trying to benefit from the conflict that we are experiencing and visualizing and watching. 26 of Evans has taken, what would you call a sabbatical? A hiatus?
Yeah, I'd call it a sabbatical. A short one. But he's back here right before the playoffs, ready to go.
That's it. He is in it to win it here in Michigan. But obviously the man to beat is the 5-time winner this season, the 45 of Van Druggen. Again, if you're unfamiliar with the 45, he was under the name of Van Druggen. And now is Van Druggen.
Just a housekeeping item. 6-car Blake Schneider lost connection. So that's and Pugliese is also manually disconnected. Christopher Pugliese in the 25.
That is a bummer. Again, one of the 13 in contention tonight has exited stage right and is done for the night. I didn't mean for any of that to rhyme, by the way. Jonathan Evans, your leader, Van Druggen, Skylar Comstock, Brandon Meyer, and Trey Holmes, your top 5. Got here Rodriguez and Josh Skoal, Jake Hall, Matthew Weeks, and Kyle Montgomery. This is going to cue us up, Mike, for another one of those, you know them things, the gears loose. you back now here for the conclusion of this one. Again, I am Tom Gorey. Joined alongside me here tonight is Mike DeWalt doing race control, getting already locked in to the playoffs. Again, Mike, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Like the racers and power went out at one opportune time. You betcha. Sounds like a Jonathan Militia thing. I do feel for you there. But that car about ready to put the 24 car down a lap.
Well, actually, he just repassed the leader to get back on the lead lap.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention because I was doing something else for a moment. That's an F on me. But so Fuller was a lap down and has now passed it to be on the lead lap. But that is your top five. You're looking at it between Matthew Weeks, Trey Holmes, Van Drugman, Travis Stroney, and Jake Hall. Pit stops were happening during that loose and loud. And when I get an opportunity here, I will show you the 13 that could be in with a win. Real quick. You can see there, I'll take a peek. 17 isn't here tonight. The 6 is out of power. And the 25 is out of this one as well. The 44 not here tonight. So some of these guys already getting bounced.
I think the guy that's not up there in the running order right now, but he's got the pit stop cycle. The guy that's got the best chance, I believe, is going to be the 24.
Yeah, Nathan Fuller could punch his ticket here tonight. Again, outrunning the leaders right now with newer tires. A little bit of fuel. Again, 22 laps to go. And a great race here so far tonight. Matthew Weeks, Trey Holmes, Jake Hall, Van Drugman, and Travis Stroney. But Stroney and Drugman now to pit lane for what it seems to be the final time. Appreciate y'all for hanging out here tonight and enjoying the regular season finale of the Gears Cup Series. Next week is going to be Nashville Super Speedway, and 2 weeks from tonight, the Daytona Road Course, and then 3 weeks the Yellowwood. Is it 250 at Talladega?
That'll be a fun one. Tom, last time we were at Talladega, we went about 75 laps green.
Ryan Robertson, the 76, riding it around in the 13 tonight in tribute. Your new leader here tonight, getting a bonus point. And rocking that Johnny Gaudreau. I hope I said that name correctly. Again, part of that accident for the Washington Capitals. Again, that terrible story here that broke out here just the other day. And we appreciate the tribute by Ryan Robertson. Your leader right now with just under 20 laps to go. Ryan Robertson, again, one of those 13 that could make the playoffs with a win. Obviously, the odds are against him, but all hope is not lost yet. Stephen Gurley in second, Jeff Gilmore you see out there, Jimmy Ensley, Jonathan Evans in fifth. He's about 30 seconds back of the leaders.
It's going to be interesting, Tom. We got a lot of people on different laps that they pitted, so they're going to have fresher tires than other people that short pitted. There's going to be a lot of passing here with different agendas.
Different agendas. As long as they don't take away my liberty, Mike, we're going to be okay.
And I believe Floyd must have sped on pit road, so he's back in. Pretty much in his hopes.
He is fired from Northbound Motorsports. You heard it first. The guy who freaks out every time I'm within a 20-foot radius of him. You're talking to the two-time, by the way. He's not fired from Horseboat Motorsports. We're going to have a stern chat about his progress. Put him on a pip. If anybody knows what a pip is.
So if you're Ryan Robertson, you're hoping for a caution.
You are hoping for a caution. Like Bon Jovi. Living on a prayer right now. That is your leader, has led a handful of laps to get started. 22nd, now up into first on a different pit strategy, looks like. And leading this race. Get about 6.5 seconds back. You have the 77 of Jeff Gilmore. Jeff the Gunner Gilmore mows down the competition. And then the 53 of Jimmy Ensley. Can't see his sponsor. B-More 2024. We're about 8 months in. I think we should look forward to 2025.
I got an Oscar Mayer ad going on with your broadcast. So.
That is awesome. That is a perfect segue, and you should sub to it so you get ad-free viewing. Again, if you got Amazon Prime and you don't watch anybody else, it is free to do. Free to just click that sub button and save you the agony of ads. Ads are killing me, and Mike, I know this isn't racing related, but I gotta say, like, me and my wife, that is probably one of the topics of conversation that we have, is the freaking ads with the application. We have Paramount Plus, we have Peacock, and it's the ads, dude. Like, it's just all the time. It's like, oh, you want to watch this show? Take 5 minutes of ads and shove them up your ass before we can watch this show.
Yeah, it's you're between a rock and a hard place these days. You either pay for the no ads, which is an insane amount of money, for what you're paying, what you're getting, or you can just live with the ads. That's just the environment we're living in now.
It's brutal, man. Like I'll be honest, dude. Like, I have DVDs of The Office that I love to watch, but I pay for Peacock, so I don't have DVDs. Like, I can watch Peacock and watch, like, I don't watch Premier League a lot, but it's nice to have that option. And watch some movies or things that I didn't, like the Bike Riders or whatever they have on there right now. But the ads, they kill me, and I know that Twitch is getting, I believe, a little bit more with that, so I do apologize. I'll see if I can cut them down if I can. I will do that just for you, but we'll see. That's why I pay for it. Fuck it, is what John Militia has just said. I mean, the sub, dude. I mean, the Prime. If you've got Prime and you don't sub to anybody else on Twitch, again, it's free for you. It doesn't cost you anything because you already have Amazon Prime. Again, 13 laps to go. Looks like Ryan Robertson going to hit the pits finally. Will Jimmy Ensley follow, or is he going to lead a lap?
He needs to win this race, so he's looking for a caution immediately.
He is going to lead a lap with 12 laps to go. Again, a good long green flag run here for the Gears Cup Series. Doing us justice here, taking the week off. Jimmy Ensley, Jonathan Evans, Van Drugman, Nathan Fuller, and Matthew Weeks, your top 5, with Jacob the Magic Man Malone, Brent Gutierrez, Justin Shoup, Brandon Meyer, and Connor, I'm not driving my Old Spice scheme, Rowe, rounding out your top 10. Again, here's a battle to watch for 4th, 5th, and 6th between Fuller, Weeks, and Malone.
And Tom, that's going to hand the lead back to the 26 with the 45 on fresh tires right behind him.
Yeah, 53 entering pit lane, going to hand the position off of leadership to the 26 of Jonathan Evans. Now it's just a two-dog race between the 26 and the 45. Militia says, please, no one wins. That's behind me in points. Chase Johnson, looks like Jimmy was trying to pit there and missed it. He definitely probably did. I don't know. It could have happened. Van Drugman, now your leader, looking for win number 6 and to close the door on the regular season with dominance. Again, if you look at it, if he wins 6 races here tonight, I'm knocking on wood for him just because I don't want to be like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman and screw him over. But 24 races, let's just do the math. He has won 25% of the total races on the season. That's ridiculous.
He is definitely him.
That's like a shooter shooting 40% from the field. That's good. That's like a batter hitting 300 in baseball. Almost 400 in baseball. That's nuts. Who wins 6 races in a season? It could very well be Van Druckmann.
If it goes the way it's going right now, with no other, no cautions or anything happening, I don't think anybody's catching them with the way they fit in as far as tire wear.
Again, next week is going to be Nashville Super Speedway. I hope you're there. Same bad time, same bad channel. 8/7 Central. Again, get here about 15 minutes early. Hang out in the pre-race. Going to have Gears Freaks next week because it's going to be action-packed. Again, like always, if you like what you see, give us a follow here. We are on TikTok. We are on Twitter. We're on Instagram, I think. I thought he'd laugh at that. Van Druckmann, Jonathan Evans, Matthew Weeks, Jacob Malone, and Nathan Fuller in your top 5 right now. Brad Gutierrez, Jacob Hall, Travis Heim from Michigan, Stroney, Kyle Munson, and Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10 right now with 8 laps to go.
Jonathan Evans did a really good job to stay, right with the 45. He's on a lot older tires. He's had a really good run tonight.
Yeah, give credit when credit is due. And again, one of the 13 that can lock it in tonight with a win. So whether or not he achieves that, we are going to keep an eye out for it. Let's ride on board here with the 32 of Jacob Malone.
Making his debut.
Oh, yeah, he is making his debut. You're right. Love how a lot of these guys got Jordan brand on their cars and they weren't even around to watch it. Looks like Jimmy missed it. Yimmy! And stick around for the Gears Racing League post-race show sponsored by MeetYourMom.com. And Factor Files.
So if it,
what?
Sorry. If it stays the way it is here with the 45 or even the 26 winning, both Militia and Salyers will make the playoffs.
That is hot. Again, post-race interviews to come. This has been a wonderful race. We are nearing the conclusion. We're going to stick right here to the battle between first and second to see if the 26 has anything for the 45.
Yeah, the 11 is the fastest car on the racetrack the last few laps, but he's just too far back, I think, but not enough laps.
Yeah, he needs some help, and he needs it now.
Battle for 5th here for Jake Hall and Nathan Fuller.
877 cash now. And they are bumping and banging 2 Camaros. 1 5th place position. Good run from the 24 and their team tonight. Rocket Racing will be very happy with that result, being able to pull it off. Brad Gutierrez showing up well, and Travis Stroney will lock himself in tonight with a top 10 finish. I'm almost certain. I don't do the points, so I don't know what the hell is right. But we'll keep it right here. Maybe we'll hang out, talk to our playoff picture maker. I don't know if you're going to do the points. You said, Mike, you're going to do the points right after the race. Is that what you're doing? If you can do it fast, I'll stay live so people can see who's in and who's out. We'll get that over to our media team, and our media team will process that. And if you guys are sitting here live, and if there's enough people, we will sit here and let you know who's in and who's out for the Gears Cup Series. Now, I don't know if we're going to do that. Let's be real. Well, with 2 laps to go, anything is possible, like Kevin Garnett said. Does anything matter anymore? Lord says yes. I say whatever. Van Drugman, Jonathan Evans, and Matthew Weeks 1, 2, and 3 as we round turns 3 and 4 for the final lap of the Skoal 200. Militia praying to the Lord above. Jonathan Evans winning tonight would knock Jonathan Militia out of the playoffs. The 26 doing everything he can on older tires. Matthew Weeks, as you said, a very fast car. But it's not to be, and a man who has won 25% of the races this year, and the winner of the Skoal 200 is going to be Van Drugman. Win number 6 on the year. Taking the proverbial bull by the horns and dominating his way into the playoffs. Again, now that the playoffs have started, that doesn't matter. But to win 6 races on the year puts him in like the Tom Brady category of Gears Cup Series. Trey Holmes, 88, with a follow just this minuto. Thank you for that, and bringing us up to 443. Going to cross your screen right now are the results for this race. You watch Van Drugman burn it down. And Mike, I don't know if you could start rallying the troops in the broadcast waiting room. We go through this list. Trey, that was a great race. And honestly, in my opinion, you had one of the hottest cars of the night. Good job for the 88 machine. Again, finishing 15th. But showing up near the front. Again, as we're watching Elliott Drummond burn it down, we're going to get our interviews lined up. And we'll get back to you here just a moment for the Gears Cup Series at the conclusion of the Skoal 200 here at Michigan International Speedway, and then tee it up for Nashville Super Speedway in round 1 of the Gears Cup Series playoffs right here at Casa de la Horseboat.
We good?
All right, we are back for the Gears Cup Series post-race show for the Skoal 200. Again, race 24 of 33. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, with special guest Mike DeWald, who is in the booth tonight. Mike, I hope you got maybe a question or two lined up for us as we get ready. But most importantly, let's start off with our third place finisher of the night, Matthew Weeks. Again, Matthew, looks great. Seeing you in the 11 machine, it is fitting. It's what I'm used to personally. How was your night tonight, bud?
Glad to be back in my number 11, I can tell you that. But it was a good night. A couple of rough cautions I didn't want to see earlier in the race, but glad we got that long run in. And I didn't think I was going to be that much better than them on the longer run, that last run we had before we all pitted. But I think them all racing hard up front kind of helped me because I was just chilling in fifth gear, just watching the craziness. But it was a great night. I wanted to win. It's been a while since I won a Gears race, and I always like racing Michigan. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I just wanted to win tonight. So close.
Well, it's nice to have you back around. Now, I got to ask you, man, is this a permanent thing? Like, are you here to stay, or is this kind of like you're in and out? I don't mean to put you on the spot here live either. It's just I'm a big fan of yours. I like when you race. You always bring that level of racecraft and professionalism to the field. So that's why I'm asking you.
I know at the beginning of the season I couldn't because I was committed in a different series and I was racing for a championship and I didn't want to back out of that.
Sure.
So I came in late and then noticed that I wasn't going to make the playoffs with the races I missed earlier. So here, during the season, there's been tracks I'm like, okay, I don't feel like racing that because it's not that fun, especially road courses. I'm just not good at them. So I just skipped those. And then there's other tracks where the racing's not that great, and I'd rather not race those. I just want tracks where we can actually race. And so I've been picking and choosing and trying to figure out because I don't want to mess the playoff guys up, or guys racing for it. But I still want to go out there and race for wins, But
As you should,
I'm gonna be here.
should.
I'm gonna be here the rest of the season. Because that Friday league I did run, they moved their nights to Thursday nights now. So now it's all perfect. So I'll be here all rest of the season. And then if we keep it on Friday nights, I'm 100% coming back next season full time. So yeah, we're here to stay.
That is exciting news to hear. Again, Matthew Weeks, you finished with your 11 car in third here tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to 213 Simware, and I've seen a lot of guys in here have that on their car. I didn't know they were part of that. So I've been their guy since the first day. Like the guy that owns it, he messaged me the first day. So it's cool to see other guys represent, and it's cool to see how much
Anthony,
that brand has grown. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Ludi. That's my guy, man. So he's been on my car for years, and I ran this scheme tonight because my buddy at JV Designs, Justin Vandermeer, he runs here and there. He's on vacation for these 2 weeks, and he made this throwback for my Southern 500 Wednesday night. So I wanted to give it one more good run because the scheme is beautiful. So shout out to Justin for making this scheme. It's one of my favorites. And Trey was here tonight, so shout out to Trey. He had a good run. He was stout, and you guys in the booth, man, y'all do a good job. The whole league tonight, it was a big turnaround from what I've seen in the past. So it was good racing tonight, hard racing. It was fun, and everyone that watched, man, I hope y'all enjoyed it because that racing at the end was fun. I'm sweating.
Well, we had plenty of viewers tonight, and I do believe they were just as into it as I was. Again, as you mentioned, a big step up from Pocono. You finished third here tonight at the Skoal 200. Congratulations, Matthew Weeks.
Thank you, man. Hopefully we come out and get some wins before the season ends.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Let's get our second place finisher in here, the 26 of Jonathan Evans. Jonathan Evans, welcome to the booth, the Casa de la Horse Boat. You finished second here tonight. I thought you had the win in your grasp. How do you feel you did, bud?
I'm pretty stoked. I mean, I'm happy with the finish, and thank you for welcoming me here. It's been a long time coming, man. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. I think we ran a good race. I think the biggest issue on that last run for me was just I miscalculating how much the draft was gonna affect the speed of the leaders because I did a 7-lap undercut and Elliott came out of the pits with only being 3 seconds behind me. So that was kind of daunting when I saw that. And then obviously he was working with Fuller a little bit, and he had the tire advantage. So it was inevitable. But I'm very happy to finish P2.
Yeah, man, it was a valiant effort. I mean, most of the season, when you're here, you are up near the front. It's always cool to see the 26 machine up near the front of the field. Anybody you want to give a shout-out here to tonight?
Well, I appreciate that. We finally had some luck this year. But
hell yeah.
Yeah, just a shout out to you guys for putting on the show. I know it's been no secret that this league has had struggles, but honestly, I was really impressed tonight, and I feel like the league is moving in the right direction as far as the on track performance, I guess. But yeah, just thank you guys for putting on the show, and yeah, that's all.
That's awesome. Well, Jonathan, I do appreciate it. I know. This year hasn't been kind to you in certain aspects of the season, but I do love it when you're up front, and congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
You are mighty welcome. And again, that was the 26 of Jonathan Evans finishing second here tonight. And let's get the man of the hour in the booth here. The man who has won 6 races on the year, 25% of the regular season races. Van Drugman, you are the winner of tonight's Skoal 200, and buddy, you're killing it. How do you feel?
Dude, I'm amped. I can't be too amped. I'm a little sick right now. I got a sore throat. I got kind of shivers going on, but man, I didn't expect this from Michigan. Like, man, I guess it's the road courses and the 2-mile ovals. I'm just a star in this league, but overall, man, it was a good race. It was a nice change from Pocono. I know we had some wrecks, but those are bound to happen. It was a phenomenal race. We had great racing up towards the front. I was locked in the whole time. On my YouTube channel, you're gonna see the first race thing that I recorded the whole thing. So I'm gonna post that. So you have to see what I'm doing. I guess. I don't know.
Like I said, 25% of the races won this year. You show up. Everybody kind of turns their head and they're like, oh, shit, Van Drugman's here. Whether it be a road course or a racetrack like this, you always seem to show out, put the 45 near the front and in position to win. Again, you are the clear and ahead favorite to be the champion here in 2024. Again, after this doesn't matter. Everybody's kind of reset to zero who's made the playoffs, and we'll try to get that here as soon as we can for points. But how do you feel that you fare going into the schedule here for the rest of the playoffs the rest of the way? How do you think you'll fare?
Man, 3 in a row. I mean, there's nothing more to that. We're 3 in a row going to a lot of favorite racetracks of mine, like Darlington, Bristol, not Pocono, Daytona road course. We're heading to a lot of fun racetracks, and I'm looking forward to it. But isn't there bonus points? Because I saw something in the standings saying that there was, but I might be
I believe so. Dude, you don't. I'm the last person you want to consult the rule book on. I do look at it, but I'm not as into it as the other guys are. So that would be something you may have to ask them, but I would have believed that would be it. But again, Daytona road course, I've kind of got your name kind of penciled in for that one as far as it goes. You really are a good road course racer. If you can give us kind of some insight, can you give us a tip on how to race a road course in general?
I mean, it's kind of just there's a lot of practice involved. There's a lot of practice, but you gotta just not be fearful on the brakes. People like to also stab the brakes a lot. You gotta be smooth with every input you have. I don't like to go 100% brake. I only use about max 80% brake, but I can't give all my secrets away.
Sure. No, and I wasn't expecting you to, but I've just seen what you'd give us. So I do appreciate that, Van. Anybody you want to give a big shout out to tonight after this glorious win? Again, 6 wins on the season. Fantastic.
Man, I was just alone. I was alone again tonight, but thank you to the admin. I think the rules switch up really worked. People raced cleaner. People, took accountability. People knew what was going on. So thanks to the admin staff like Mike DeWall, Kyle Munson, Matt Albert, Floyd, etc. All of them. They did a great job tonight, and you're gonna carry into Nashville where we're gonna start the playoffs. That is awesome.
Again, Van Drugman, win number 6 playoffs up next. Congratulations, man. Hopefully you celebrate it in a proper fashion that you see fit.
Will do, sir. Will do. Thank you, Tom.
Again, we're going to hang out here just for a moment as we await the results. Again, the 16 has not changed for the playoffs, so let's go back to that since I have a graphic for it right now. So the top 16, you see right there. I'm going to have to put on my other glasses so I can see what the hell's going on. It looks like everybody who has been in that position, I don't know if that changed. I believe Alex Tilley maybe is still in. No, so it looks like from what I can tell, Militia's bumped in, Alex Tilley and the 23 bumped out. So with Van Drugman winning tonight, almost seals the deal for Tilley's fate, and it does. Jonathan Militia will make the playoffs. So as you see it tonight, excluding the wins and all the points and all of that shit, as you see it, that's who you have, except for the 23. Those will be the Sweet 16 for the playoffs entering Nashville Super Speedway next week. So Keaton Salyers and Jonathan Militia in, Alex Tilley, the odd man out. Again, next week, Nashville Super Speedway. Excited to have you for that. For the Dolly's Music City 200, again, live on air at 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. Wishing you a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I should be live over the weekend as well. Tune in and find out again. Have a wonderful weekend and stay safe out there.